Good afternoon, my people on Google Plus Warboss Tay's 2015 Painting Challenge, and also my people on YouTube. Thanks for joining in. My name is Joshua Duran, going by the handle, you guessed it, Joshua Duran. So, as you know, I'm doing the Warboss 2015 Painting Challenge, and I thought, hey, let's go ahead and showcase some models and stuff like that I actually have set up. Before we do that, let's go ahead and kick things off with shout-outs. My general shout out is going to be given to the people that are now finishing and going into Warboss Tay's 2015 Bootcamp Challenge. I just want to let you know I finished it on the first week and stuff like that. And just letting you know it's a blast. It was fun. It's great. Just have fun with the guys and just know that we're all cheering you on and we got each other's back. This is a flippin' awesome community. So right before me is some War Machine Hordes characters made by Privateer Press. These are actually going to be the Widowmaker squad. So like I have the chick that's actually in charge right here. Let's flip them around so you can kind of check out their side profiles and their backs. Got a cool little sword. Old man here, kind of grizzled veteran. This is kind of what they look like regards to this. So that's kind of the back as well as the front that you have already seen. But we can flip them back around so you can kind of get a better look. But so this is what they look like. I don't know, not too shabby of a job, I don't think. Look kind of cool and Kadorish. And I figured I'd go ahead and showcase some other models that are going to be a little bit better and everything else. But this is, I wouldn't want to say one of my earlier ones, but this is kind of like one of my intermediate works that I've completed. So let's go ahead and move on to another project. Just stand by. Alright, for my other one, I got a Lizardman Skink Priest, I believe. From Warhammer Fantasy. My wife actually got this model for me. She knew that I like to really paint minis, and so she kind of bought this one as a, hey, surprise, I could decide to get you one. So, yeah, cool. So this is what he kind of looks like with the purplish blue feathers, green skin. I kind of wanted to make it look poisonous and stuff like that, and skinkish. His scales or carapace on the back. And that's pretty much what he looks like, is this little guy. Kind of one of my little favorite ones that I've gotten done. I think he's pretty cool looking with the transitions in there. I don't know if I can get in there real quick. But that's what he looks like. And give me 1 second, we'll get some more staged for you. You guys may remember this guy from one of my first postings on the group. This is my Crimson Slaughter's Chaos Terminator Lord. And this is what he looks like. I want to kind of give him that dead looking flesh and mutations on the side of his face. So that's what I kind of was going for with that look. Snowy base, just because I thought it would look cool with the snowy base. And the skulls. It's his cape and the eyeball. I painted the eye there, as well as the one that is on his knee right there. Kind of one of this is another one of my favorites that I've actually painted up. Kind of gave him the claws and everything because those claws are cool. And that's what he looks like. Little Dark Angel love right there for you guys. Don't worry, I have Dark Angels too. It was sad, but hey, it went with it. So, this is the Chaos Lord from my Space Marines Crimson Slaughter Armory. And get another one set up for you guys. Alright, for you orc lovers, I do have some orcs like I told you about. They're not all complete. I got plenty more that I need to paint as well. This is my orc knob with the blood all over his claw and the boss pole, as well with the flames on his mask. I gave him some camo pants because I wanted to make him look like a guerrilla fighter, and a marsh little base because I was practicing marsh bases one day. So I thought he was cool. My war buggy, hot rod, gave him the flames and everything. If you put flames on a vehicle, it means it moves faster, right? That's what I was going for. They all have the camo pants as well with his gut hanging out. His little Squiggoth sign right there. The drivers even got camoed pants. And then, of course, the back is all rusted up and oxidized because, hey, you gotta make it orky. So that's what those guys look like. These are the Grots, or as I like to call them, I like to refer to them as my banditos. And the guy that's bench pressing the pipe bomb. Will allow me to focus. Probably not so well. Anyways, so they all are done up. The crazy guy in the back. They got flames on their masks and bandanas. And so this is some orc love for you orc lovers out there. So yeah, I got some orcs, and I used some of these guys for the battles that they were doing for the Death Watch this past weekend. So that's just a little tidbit of what they're going to be looking like when I get them completed. This right here, guys, is one of my rhinos that I painted up, and this actually goes with my custom chapter. The Crimson Knights, they actually fall under the Sentinels of Terra, Imperial Fist, combat chapter tactics, and all that fun stuff. Smoke launcher, searchlight, the works. So this is what this piece looks like. I freehanded the double hook cross on the back as their symbol, and I gave it weathering effects. I think this is really cool. I love the weathering effects on it. I actually really like my Space Marines to look gritty and look like they've gone through some stuff. The ammo box on top, it's been painted and everything, and of course I got the what are these things called? The tow cable, I guess. That's ready to go right there for helping out. I've painted on the back honor, just because that's their kind of base it off of like some virtue in regards for my battle companies for my Space Marines. So 4th Battle Company is known as Honor, and if I can get it open, hold on. And down below, I actually painted the inside as well. I don't know if it's going to show up as well. Probably not. It's not showing up. Alright, so you guys are going to have to take my word on it. It's painted on the inside as well, like I painted the walls and the back and stuff like that. Made it look like a little cool little tank command post and stuff like that. About before you get ready to roll out little mission screens and stuff. And of course I put on the gas cans because you can't go anywhere in the 41st millennia without gas. So, unless you're Eldar or Tau. Yeah, or Necrons, I guess, but if you're a man of the Imperium, you're relying on gasoline. So that's kind of what it looks like on the front, or the top rather, is I did the paint chipping and everything. This was a mixed combination of airbrush as well as brushing as well, regular brush, old school painting, I guess you could so say. So that's what this looks like. This lifts up as well. So, you know, I figured if you want to make it cool, you might as well make things move around at least a little bit. And so that's one of them. This is the Rhino that I made for the 4th Company. And that's what they look like right there. So let's move on to something else. Alright, so this is my Razorback for my 1st company. They actually go by the name, and I'll spin it around real quick. Valor, that's their virtue because it kind of fits a first company, since they're all elites anyways. So I got this actually as my birthday last year, and it was part of the Reclusium kit. So I figured I'd just go ahead and paint it up. Of course, I added the details and stuff on it, paint chipping. I really like to make them look, as I told you earlier, gritty and like they've been through some stuff, you know. I don't like them look fresh out of the manufactorum. That sucks. That has no personality. So I gave it like the like it's been chipping away and through various difficult, hazardous environments and stuff like that. So that is what that looks like. And it does actually open up in the back and it is painted inside, but I don't think you guys are going to be able to see it as well. So we're going to forego that. And I painted that up. That's actually my first chapter's shield is going to be the squared off, the 4 squared look right there. And of course the 1. So for number 1. And then I gave it the heavy bolter in the back. I didn't really want to magnetize. I wanted to glue it down. And since they're using that, they get like they get re-rolls and stuff like that off of their bolter attacks if they fail. So this is what this looks like in regards to my Razorback. Pretty cool. I really dug it. This was a really awesome project. I was really happy with it. I achieved all the blends and stuff like that as well as I did with the previous one, the Rhino, and that was through airbrush and brushing as well. So that is what this looks like. And up underneath and everything. So that's what this looks like. I do highly recommend you guys, even if you don't like airbrushing, to at least, or scared of airbrushing, I guess, so to speak, to kind of get into it. I mean, it really is an awesome tool to help out with transitions and everything else. Especially those of you who are commission painters, I know that you guys are like, yes, you need the airbrush. And I like to do that as well one day. So I went ahead and got my Badger Renegade and stuff like that and was able to make it happen. So this is one of my other projects I had, which is the Razorback. So let's go ahead and check out some of the Reclusium squad that I got. I know, I lied. I said Reclusium squad, but I decided to do the Thunderfire cannon as well as the Tech Marine that goes with it for the Crimson Knights. So this is the Tech Marine that I got made up for that with his awesome servitor harness. Freaking slick. And then of course his signal in the back, all the cords and stuff like that, and gizmos have been painted up. There's a little screen right there. It looks like a little monitor and everything. Made him slightly different on his arms because he's a Tech Marine, so I figured I'd give him some metallic hands or some robotic looking arms and stuff like that, especially with all those pistons right there. This guy was a lot of fun to paint. I mean, he really was pretty cool. I really liked how this fine cast actually came out. I didn't really have a whole lot of issues with it, obviously, except for maybe some of the mold lines. I might have forgotten some. Yeah, just a little bit, but for the most part, he came out really nice. Of course, I put battle damage on them. Look like they've been through some stuff. Make them look like some old veterans. So that's what that looks like. Thunderfire cannon I did as well. Went ahead and added some rust on some of the tracks, just enough to kind of give it some touch. And some mud and stuff like that on the track tires and everything like that. And then of course the monitor and everything in the back has been completed. And since this is kind of an HQ choice, headquarters type of unit, their banner is slightly different. They're going to be like a solid red with this checkered panel on the side. And then that's what the cannon looks like, gents. The Thunderfire cannon. Of course, the paint chipping and stuff like that. But that's what this looks like. Alright, so gentlemen, this is the Reclusium squad that came with that Razorback. It's pretty cool. I really dug how all this came out. Kind of did some little things here and there, just kind of make it a little bit more personable for me. And of course, you can't argue that this chaplain is freaking awesome. The sculpt alone was really cool, and the fact that it's a limited edition one was even better. So I painted up his runes and stuff like that on there, like his tenets is what I kind of did. And then of course I put this as like from like the Book of Honor or something like that. I haven't figured out what I'm going to call it for part of the fluffy. But that is written on text and stuff like that on there. the chapter insignia right there. I really liked how he came out. More tenets. Bone, maybe it's a bone of the emperor, who knows, or his chapter master, or the founding fathers, who knows. But that is what this guy is, and that's what he looks like. The glowing skull eyes that are green. You probably can't really tell, but obviously he's been through some stuff, mucking around in some dirt. Can't go wrong with that. Got to get down with your troops is what's up. So that's what he looks like. I kind of did these guys up a little bit differently just because of the fact that mainly this is going with Force Squad, like the company champion. This is my company champion right here that I painted up. And I took that actually out of the Sternguard kit. He actually didn't have anything on top of his helmet. I thought that's kind of lame. He needs some more decoration, kind of make him more Spartan-esque. So, battle damage because he's been in some scrapes. Kind of gave it some cool little glow effects, like it's about to get ready to power up. He's about to get ready, been getting dinged in the shield and stuff. And then his helmet's like half silver and half blue. So I really liked how he came out. This is my plasma gunner for part of the squad. He's really not pointing. He's like, you really want me to shoot that over there? No thanks. So we all know how plasma guns work in the game. And of course he's got like the HQ piece, shoulder piece right there. And he looks like he's been kind of grizzlied up and everything. And since it's not like powered on, I didn't want to give it like some super high glow effects to where it's actually casting over his armor, because he's not really shooting just yet. So I just kind of want to make it look like he's standing there point guard as point man, informing his sergeant what's going down. This is the sergeant that I made. All my veterans, pretty much in my Sternguard and stuff like that, have this blue-yellow helmets. It signifies their veteran status and their role as sergeant. So that's kind of what he looks like. Boom. Oops. The apothecary. Just apothecary. Kind of goes with the 4th company. Painted up the vials and stuff like that. I like it when it actually kind of has like color in the vials. Like it looks like it's a darker fluid at the bottom and like it's been splashing around, like he's been running around or something like that. So that's why his vials look like that. Narthicarium, green searchlight, because in the field you never use bright white lights because it gives away your position. So you would always use color lenses, at least in the military. When I was in, we would use color lenses when you're doing map training and stuff like that, or running missions at night. You would use night vision and red and green lights if you can't. This guy is my standard banner, my banner man. Really happy with how he came out. It's like, yeah. Wrote it up there. And yes, I did put the 10th company as a reserve company there, because they actually do take honor in their 10th company, because without the scouts leading the way, you know, doing a little recon action, well, how are they supposed to know what's going on? So they honor them. I actually like giving my tactical marines and stuff like that, like the little side pouches and stuff like that to contain ammo. I don't really see how some people wouldn't want to put it on there, because it doesn't really make sense to me. Like, well, where are they getting their ammo from? Thin air. Or they poop it out. I don't know. So that's a Reclusium squad right there. And that's what this pretty much looks like. Give me 1 second and I'll show you a couple other things. Alright, so here's some more HQ pieces that I have, which is my Librarian and Terminator armor and my battle company, I call them legions, my battle legion captain. Let's go over this guy. So, since he's like a knight and everything, Crimson Knights, he's going to freaking go in there, sword and shield style, leading the way. And I actually had to take that piece on top of his helmet. I forgot what those things are called. The fancy thing, the fancy decoration. I had to take that actually off of one of the heads of a Eldar Exarch, Dire Avenger Exarch, and I cut that off and I put it on his head to make him look spiffy, because they gotta look spiffy. So that's pretty much what it looks like, and you can see on his knee right there, that's his company's markings. So I put that there and gave him some shiny bling. Because, you know, the blingier they are, obviously, the higher up in station they are. Same thing with the sword. I wanted to show that it was about to come on and that he's activating it, getting ready to storm in there. So, kind of give it a little bit more dramatic presence as opposed to it being like fully lit up. This is my Librarian and Terminator armor from that fine cast, and this was a pain in the butt because of all the freaking air holes. I had to freaking green stuff. It was ridiculous. I know he doesn't have his headpiece. I hated the headpiece. I thought it looked stupid. It was like the freaking half the size of his body, and I was like, this is dumb. So I kept it off, and I'm using it for something else, as maybe an objective marker or something. So I gave him his tome, a little sword, some writings, a drop of blood over there, like make it look like all occultish, because he's a librarian. Some writing, trappings on there. This is actually what my Terminators are going to be looking like in regards to armor. They're going to have that silver armor with the red hands and stuff. His staff has that ivory look to it. I was really happy how that came out. Overall, I'm really happy how my custom chapter's coming along. And I was almost going to do just a straight up Imperial Fist, but I was like, what's the fun in that? I gotta do my own. So, it's Combi Blassa. It's Combi Plasma Bolter. So, that's what he looks like. Boom. And just a couple more things and we'll wrap this up, gents. Alright, so this is my Stern Guard squad. I have more that I'm working on as well upstairs. I got like another 5 or 10, somewhere around there, I can't remember. But this is how they're looking. Obviously, this is the sergeant, the old man, the old grizzly bear. He's got the sword, bolter, the cloaks, red armor. Looking grizzly, some bling because he's obviously a part of 1st Legion. So you gotta give him some bling, some little scroll work and oaths and stuff like that on his knee pauldrons there. Some little work done on the scrolls down below. It says vet. I kind of want to give him that grizzly look, the gaunt look, because he's been in the field for a while. You know, he's tired, hungry, wants a freaking hot meal, racking some food. It's pretty much what you think of in the field anyways. So that's what he looks like. This guy is just a bolter guy. So, boom. I'm done up. Combi Meltas help take out vehicles and everything else, make them more survivable, obviously, in the game. Boom. Blinged out a little bit. They all have a little bit of bling. Not like tons of it, but you know, just kind of signify their rank. This guy's pretty cool. I like to think of him as a recruit. Freaking young go-getter. That's why he's got a combat knife in his hand. He just freaking knifes some alien or whatever. And then he's got the blood splayed on his face in the front of his armor because he just got done doing it. Boom. He's got Rise written on the side of his scroll. So it's pretty cool. And then of course, you can't go anywhere without the big guns. Gotta lay out suppressive fire. So it kind of gave him the scars and everything else. Looked like he might have gotten in a fist fight a little bit. Maybe fell down because he tripped over his feet with that big gun. Hit himself in his mouth. But that's pretty much what he looks like. So this is part of my Stern Guard squad. And you guys will see, there's like tons more, but I just want to give you guys a basic idea of what that is. And I have one more special thing for you guys. So stay tuned. Alright, so this is actually, I like to think of this as my showcase piece, my display miniature that I made for myself. This was actually some of the very first work I've done regarding an airbrush, all the transitions with the yellow and everything like that. Since I really like Imperial Fists and Dark Angels in regards to Space Marines, I went ahead and made an Imperial Fist Storm Talon. So I gave it some battle damage, weathering effects and stuff like that, because this thing's just been beast mode, flying everywhere and everything else like that. But as you can see, I gave it the transitions and stuff like that. Made it look really, really cool. And then the base, kind of like he's hovering. Maybe something's happened back on Terra, or he's about to fly out from Terra, or whatever. Maybe he's going to Mars. Who knows? Help out some Skitarii, Adeptus Mechanicus individuals. So this is kind of like this was actually the first storm talent I got, and when I got my airbrush, I used my airbrush on it to cause all these cool transitions and effects. And I painted inside, as you can tell, the Tech Marine and all the consoles and stuff like that to kind of get some cool effects. So this is my pride and joy. Let me know what you guys think. But this is my baby. I really need to get a little turntable or something so that way you guys don't have to see my hand and it actually rotates decently. So that's what this is, guys. Alright, I'm glad you guys stay tuned. Just kind of want to let you guys know that this is what I paint, since everyone's showcasing stuff. So, yeah. Look forward to seeing all you guys' project. May is just right around the corner, guys. So, stay tuned and let's keep each other motivated and keep us going through this. Thanks again. This is Josh Durant saying, hey, I hope your gaming experiences are epic. Bye.